Mojo in the Morning Show. So this weekend, we did a broadcast at the Legacy Center in Oxford. I always forget the hell the name of the place is. It's Legacy 925. And this is a really neat place that was awesome for the kids after the horrible tragedy that took place at the high school. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to talk about this. This weekend, Mike, myself, Megan, Ellen, we all got a chance, full-fledged, to meet Shannon's boyfriend and then to meet, although you guys have met Spike's girlfriend, to meet Spike's girlfriend. So we met the Significants. And it was wild because at the broadcast, somebody came up to me at the end of the broadcast who was taking pictures of a listener and goes, "Is that Shannon's boyfriend?" And I said, "Where?" And she pointed him out of the crowd. And I go, "I don't know, but I think I recognize that guy." And so it was kind of interesting. Now, I have met Spike's girlfriend before. Like a month or so ago, she was here at the radio station. She came by the radio station, came in the studio when I was editing and doing stuff, said hi to her, got a chance to see her face to face, but didn't spend any time with her. Got an opportunity to see her on Saturday, too. And then Shannon's boyfriend, I feel like I was reintroduced to because he actually was part of a Mojo in the Morning broadcast that we did when we were doing our town tours.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you remember him? Because I remember his face, but I don't remember talking to him.
I remembered him because he actually did the broadcast with us. Uh-huh. He was a gladiator or something like that.
Yeah.
He was
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I remember him because I was super rude to him.
Yes, you were.
Really?
Oh, no. What, at the broadcast you were?
Yes, I was.
Standard.
Why were you super rude to him? What was that all about?
At the time, Shannon.
I had just announced my divorce a couple of weeks prior. You weren't really rude, Megan, to be honest.
I was being
You were being a very protective, good friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was like, a lot of people was like, "Ooh, Shannon's really cute. Didn't she just announce her divorce yet?" And I was like, "You stay away from her. She is not ready. She will leave her alone."
What's funny is Mojo was actually the one that started that conversation on the air. And so after you guys met, were reintroduced on Saturday, Wes, that is his name, said to me, "Now you can give Mojo the credit that he deserves because he was technically the one that introduced us."
What did I say? I don't remember. I don't remember the broadcast, but I remember seeing him and because
you said that day, "He's a really good looking guy. Are you, Wes, are you single?" Because Shannon's now single. I'm like, dude, it's been like 3 weeks.
I know.
So he asked you, did he ask you out at that broadcast?
He didn't really ask me out. He said, "I've walked through what you are walking through now in terms of going through a divorce." He's been divorced for about 5 years. And he said, "If you ever want to grab a coffee, totally as friends, please know I would love to grab a coffee with you." And that offer stood since then. And every once in a while, he would reach out again and...
Terrified that Megan would C-block him again.
I know.
But I just wasn't, I mean, it's taken me so long. It took me so long to date. And so when I was ready, I finally caved and said, yes, we'll go out for coffee. So that's what we did. Yeah.
So it was very interesting. I'm painting a picture for the listener of this. So we're at a live broadcast. So they were there. I did not see them there during the broadcast because honestly, I was so focused on making sure that I didn't screw up something on the air because we were actually doing a show for 3 hours. And so at the end of the broadcast, when that listener said that, I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm going to walk around the room and see who's all here. And I noticed Sean Strife was there, who's in Detroit. He's our music director, APD, and an afternoon show guy. And his wife was there, who I had not seen in some time, Karen, and their daughter, Hello. And then I saw Allie was there. And then I walked over, and everybody was kind of in an area. And then Meg was there, Spike's girlfriend, and then she introduced me to her son. For those that don't know this, Spike's girlfriend has a son, and I have to tell you this. I hope that she didn't. Did she think I was rude, by the way?
No, she thought you were really nice. Okay. I didn't even realize you guys had a conversation.
Well, it was not really conversation. I felt horrible. Remember the topic we did on the air where we talked about uncomfortably laughing at a time when you should not laugh? Do you remember that? We talked
Yeah.
about that. People that laugh at funerals and
Yeah.
things like that.
What'd you do?
Well, I met her son, who was Austin. Is that his name? So I met Austin. She introduced me to Austin, and when I saw him, I got taken back by the fact that he was so young. I knew that he was 5 years old or 4 years old, but you
he's
forget
small for his age too.
Well, you forget how young 4 or 5 is, and I started giggling, thinking of you being a 50-year-old guy having to do this all over again. and I felt horrible. So tell Meg that I felt bad about that. But I got to tell you something.
Audibly giggling?
I kind of hi Austin, and then I kind of tried to pull it together to make it more like, oh, hey Austin, what's going on? How you doing? You know, because he was like playing or like looking at the the go-karts or whatever, the whole thing over there. But I felt bad because then the whole time after that I was thinking, oh my God, I feel bad. I didn't want to embarrass. But I did have a kind of a surreal moment, and I'm going to tell you guys this. Be as real as possible. I have not had a lot of divorce in my life. So my parents stayed together until the day that they died. My brothers and sisters, I have 6 of them. Only one of them has gone through a divorce. My brother Bill, and my sister-in-law is still really tight with all of us. And so it was kind of a weird thing for me because in my friends, I've not had a lot of friends that until just now, it seems like a lot of friends are getting divorced. So you guys have been together for a long time, and I've known your exes. And so it was really weird when we went to lunch afterwards. And I don't know if anybody else has experienced this with friends or relatives or, parents when they go through divorce. It seemed kind of weird to me when I saw like you with Wes and then Spike, you with Meg and then her son, where I'm like going, ooh, this seems like it. I don't know. Yeah. I kind of had one of those moments where it kind of hit me. And Mike, I think I even said something to you at the table where I felt like, wow, this is like, it's weird. It's like, it was surreal.
You know what it is?
Like look around the room.
It's because I remember this when my parents got divorced. It's when you go to like the family thing for the first time, and you're seeing the new person there, and you want everybody to you think everybody's not gonna like them, like they're gonna be like an outsider, and then they just kind of fit right in, and then it's unique because you're like, well, this feels normal, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's normal, but it's not normal, but it is normal because like this is the new normal.
Yeah, and you start thinking to yourself, should I like this person?
Yeah.
Because if I do like this person, then what will the other, the ex think that I don't like this person? And
I've had to have that talk with a lot of friends and family too about, it's no one's asking you to cast aside or pick a side or dislike somebody. Like I would look at somebody weirdly if they did that. Like Chris is in your life. I expect her to still be in your life, and I don't want anyone to change that. And my sister had a really hard time with it. And when I took my girlfriend to Philadelphia to meet my family over the holidays, and she was very standoffish at the start. She kind of even went in the other room and didn't engage with her when she first came to the house and stuff. And it was bizarre, but
was it noticeable for
absolutely
Meg?
Yeah, because everybody else came in the kitchen, circled around, we're having conversations, even my sister's husband, but she came in, said hi, was cordial, and then walked right back in the other room, sat down with her kids in the other room by her. And it was kind of and I just allow people that space because I understand it's weird. Like we didn't have a lot of divorce in our family, and I just want people to know, and I keep telling them it's okay. Look, Chris and I had a very long relationship, and she's still in my life, and she's an amazing mother to my kids. So I wouldn't expect anyone to think any differently of her because your relationship hasn't changed just because ours has. And I know that, and it's the same with.
Like I have not seen Chris since the divorce.
Yeah.
So I have texted with her, on holidays and birthdays, and Facebook messaged, or Facebook commented on posts that she's had, but I have not physically had a conversation with her. So it will be, and I will say this as far as things are concerned with spouses and stuff. You and your wife and me and my wife kind of went into the show together at the same time, where our wives had to put up with a lot when we first started the show because they didn't see us very much.
They're a great part of our success.
So, and I remember at our anniversary that we had, I remember your wife coming up and, giving me a big hug and stuff. And it was really an emotional time for me because she had said something, about, what I meant to her and the family and stuff. So it was kind of weird then. And then all of a sudden after that is when, you guys had gone through your separation and stuff. But it was really wild on Saturday to have both happen at the same time.
Yeah.
Could you guys not have done it given okay, Wes gets 3 till 2 or till 4.
Well, he didn't come till
We
the
gotta
end.
meet
No, I know.
You mean to McDonald's?
I had actually told him not to come because I was like, I don't think that this is the right time and place for you to meet everybody. And then once I got there and saw that everybody was there, I texted him. I'm like, actually, this is a great place because everybody's here. He was so flipping nervous. And I was so freaking nervous too, because on the other end of it, you're bringing somebody new into the mix, and I already anticipated how all of you were going to feel meeting somebody new.
How was Meg? Was she nervous?
No, in fact, I didn't. It was funny because I told her not to come too, and because I just thought the mood was going to be different, and we were going to be busy talking to families from Oxford and stuff. And she said, "No, I want to come." She goes, "It's not even for the broadcast." She Googled the place and said, "Oh my God, this is the perfect place to take." Single moms looking for something to do with kids every weekend, and it's like that place was ideal for a 5-year-old to do the trampoline park and they had the arcade and all these different things. So she said, I'm going to bring them to keep them busy, and I'll come say hi to you guys. And I was like, okay, it's nice.
Yeah.
But she's very excited to meet all you guys and be a part of this. She's very supportive of the radio show and everything. But also, she knows what a long relationship I was in. I mean, she was married too and went through a divorce, and she stood there as I talked to your wife, Chelsea, about my ex, Chris, for a long time. We were talking about, the challenges of co-parenting and stuff. And I wouldn't want anyone in my life that doesn't understand that there's someone there that even though we're divorced, we're still a part of each other's lives.
Have any of her friends been standoffish with you, kind of like you said with your sister and stuff?
I think they've been standoffish with both of us. She has a few in her life that are different with her now that she got divorced, and because of that, they're they don't want to hear about me either. So I think every divorced person goes through that. You find out those who support you and root for your happiness, and then there's always going to be a few that are awkward or weird or bad with you, and they're not your true friends. I've lost some great friends in this divorce that I didn't expect to act that way, but then others that I thought, well, they have a legitimate reason to maybe be a little weird, and they've come through and been champs and really were there when I needed them. So you really go through something like this alone, not knowing how people's going to react.
Yeah, like the girls trip that I went on to Florida, not this past weekend, but the weekend prior, was all of the wives of Andrew's friends from growing up. And I was a part of that group. And I'm not married to one of the quote unquote guys anymore, so I was slightly nervous about what that was going to look like as well, and it was totally fine.
It's funny because it's internalized. There's people like you, Mojo, that you just felt awkward and weird because you've been close to my ex for so long, and I understand that, and I would never. I have no judgment about that, obviously, but I've had people who are like some of Chris's closest, lifelong friends that still reach out to me, and then I have others who were just a mutual couples friend of ours that I am really shocked and taken back the way they acted. And I was like, okay, well, it's weird because like Chris and I still we've been emailing back and forth this morning about, coordinating vacations and stuff. And we're always going to be a part of each other's lives. Sure. It's just a lot different now.
Can I want to describe your significance to the listeners. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm describing them. I'm painting a picture for you guys. Okay. Who do you want me to go first with? Shannon's or Spike's?
Sure.
Shannon's first. Silver Fox. Got it. Okay. Got it. He was the warrior guy. So if you go back and look at the YouTubes from that, or do we still have posts?
Ninja Warrior.
Is he still doing Ninja Warrior stuff?
It's been a while.
Oh God, Wes, get back into it because I want Shannon on a weekend to have to go to a Ninja Warrior event. That will make me feel so fun. So good-looking guy.
Good dresser.
Definitely not what I expected. For some reason, I thought Shannon was going to date a black dude after she got divorced. I had her pictured with, with I don't know.
Idris Elba.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because anytime we would ever talk about some black, actor or celebrity, she would always go, "Oh, he's so hot." So, all right. Spike's girlfriend. How much younger is she than you?
She's 36.
Dude,
I love it.
it was like you were hanging out with your daughter. And
No, it
you're
was
great.
not.
I'm joking. I'm
Stop
joking.
that.
I'm joking.
Weird.
No, she's a very attractive woman. She's got a very nice son. She's blonde. And I'm trying to think of what she reminded me of. She reminded me of a celebrity, and I couldn't remember who the celebrity was.
Who does she get told she looks like?
And she reminded me of somebody like and I can't remember. It was like some sitcom star celebrity. Did she ever get anything?
I don't know what celebrity I would describe her as.
But
she's also a ninja warrior.
Tell you, I will tell you this. You have your daughters are raised, right? They're or almost raised.
I'm still working on one. One's still in high school. Yeah.
You playing ball with that 5-year-old son is in my head.
Look at he's laughing.
I want to see. I want to see you.
Oh, I thought you saw me. I was like,
no.
Did I play ball with him?
No, I want to see you.
Oh,
I want to see you playing catch.
Why? You think I can't move?
You never had sons, and yet you're not a big sports guy.
Well, he's
and
got.
I want to see
First
you
of
now
all, he's got a father in his life. I mean, they're great co-parents. So he's got somebody in his life who will also play ball with him. But
Mike, don't you want to see Spike playing catch with him?
You're gonna have to be a dad figure to him if you.
Of course. I mean, I'm gonna be in his. I'm in his life now, so
And
I already
Shannon
fight
is
with him over the Legos
too, because he seems like he's young too. How old is he, by the way?
He's 41.
Oh, so he's just a couple of years older than you.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm joking. I was saying that.
Yeah.
And Shannon's gonna be. She's got some teenagers she's gonna deal with. Now hers is the opposite because the kids she's getting involved with in her life are older than hers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the opposite.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's got teenage kids.
Yeah, a 7th grader and a 9th grader.
How do they like you?
I think they like me a lot.
Do
I hope they like me a lot. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Do you play catch with them too?
I have not played catch. You guys know I'm the most unathletic person on the face of planet Earth.
I can't wait. If these relationships are forever relationships, and that happens, I can't wait for the day when Meg's son is taller than Spike.
Oh, that's a for sure. Yeah.
Which might happen soon. Who knows?
Because I already saw the dad. He's way towering over me.
Is he really?
Yeah, so I know he's going to be taller. That's not tough. Listen, in heels, I think Meg's taller than me. So
you know what? I didn't notice that.
yeah.
I did notice
If she wears heels, she's an inch or two
I
taller
did notice height on that, and I noticed that Shannon, your Wes is shorter than I thought he was.
Yeah.
But I did notice, and actually, Spike, you may be taller than Wes.
It's about the
He's
same.
he's 5'8".
Have you back to back?
5'8", really?
I made him measure. I
In what?
measured him
In
because I
boots?
didn't believe him.
Really?
Yeah.
It might be.
At what date do you measure him?
I don't even remember, but he told me that. I go, you lie like Spike does, and he's like, no, I don't.
Can we please get do we have any pictures of you and Meg together where she's wearing heels?
Probably. Actually, I think the one
it.
I might have posted one on Shannon's birthday that was.
That's badass though,
was
by the
in
way.
heels.
Having your girl be taller than you.
Height doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's close enough.
You're all the same height when you lay down.
Hey now.